Welcome to the Amber Shows. Happy 2022. I don't know how happy it is to tell you the truth because we have this pandemic has been going on since the beginning of 2020. Right after Kobe Bryant was killed in the terrible, horrific helicopter accident along with his daughter. Then it just seemed like everything just started going down the drain. And there have been so many confusing um, things about this pandemic because it started off being political. And then, as hundreds of thousands of people died, um, it became almost clear that maybe there was some type of answer and cure. And there was a vaccination that came about in the middle of 2021. And, you know, it made the CDC or the Dr. Fauci or whoever they were making it seem as like the vaccination was the cure. And people became so comfortable and about it, and those who were so anti-mask or tired of the mask and just wanted to breathe freely and go back to normal. Um, the vaccination information made it seem as though you didn't no longer had to wear a mask. So people began not wearing masks. And you might say to a person, you need to have a mask on. Oh, I'm vaccinated. But now, in the end of 2021, and now going into 2022, vaccinated people getting COVID like crazy, and they can spread COVID. So now there's different information. Here we go all over again. The vaccinated can get COVID. They can spread COVID. The main thing they're saying now is that with the vaccination, okay, you can get COVID, you can spread COVID, but you won't die from COVID or be hospitalized. That should have been the main information, that you possibly won't be hospitalized, because you can't say who's going to die. Anybody can die, and a lot of times, and I've had friends who were vaccinated and had booster shots and they died. Just recently I had a friend that happened to because, one, he believed they didn't have to wear a mask anymore, and he could go around crowds and go to football games and go to different family functions, funerals and parties and concerts that were beginning to come back up. And he had an underlying health issue that he didn't know about it, but when he got COVID, it exasperated the underlying health issue. It pushed it up to the front, and he became deathly ill. Turned out he had a brain tumor, and he died. But it was COVID related, because when he got COVID, it exasperated the brain tumor that he didn't even know he had. He began having headaches, thinking that it was all part of COVID. But then when he went to the doctor, because the headaches were getting so bad, and they ran tests and found out that he had a brain tumor. And before he got COVID, he was living somewhat normally, not feeling ill or anything. Of course, he would have probably gotten ill later, or he may have been able to get help to have the brain tumor removed, or some other type of treatment for the brain tumor, radiation or chemotherapy or whatever. And he ended up dying. So you can't say now, I had COVID myself, and when you have an underlying health issue that is not being treated, that's how COVID can kill you. I think this didn't this happen to the baseball player who passed away, or was it the baseball player? Was it Hank Aaron, or was it the politician, Colin Powell? Can't remember which one it was, but this is what happened. His death was COVID related. So it's really important that you get your facts straight. And the fact is that the unmasked are the people who are spreading COVID. And if you don't wear a mask, then you don't care about those you're around, those you live with, or those who you go visit, or yourself. This is the most important thing that you can do. Everybody in your household should always be on the same page. Those that you know are coming over, those who live with you. You have to know their lifestyle and how they're living so that you can be safe. And you're keeping them safe too, because you could have COVID and spread it yourself. But one thing for sure, COVID is a airborne virus. And if you wear a mask and you practice distancing and don't go to crowds and football games and basketball games and everyone's sitting next to each other and no one's wearing a mask, you will get it. If you have a mask and you need an N95. Get an N95 where you can wear one of those hospital masks up under it and then put an N95 on, or you could wear N95 by itself. But wear a mask. Cloth masks, they are saying that is not good enough. But if you like cloth masks that may have, be some type of design on it, or a designer mask, make sure you have another mask on up underneath it, an N95 or a hospital mask. Have something up underneath it, because the cloth mask does not help with the virus. Also protect your eyes. When I had COVID in 2020, there was no vaccination, but my immune system is pretty strong because I do the underlying health issue that I have, I manage it. Managing it means you take medication for whatever it is that your problem is, so that when you get COVID, you don't have complications. So, and also, your immune system needs to be strong. You need to cut out all the sugars, the pops, or soda, if you call it soda, meats, processed foods. These are all things that exasperate any type of virus or disease that you have in your body. So make sure you begin. It's important to live healthy in order to stay healthy, and also exercise. A lot of people don't like to exercise, and I don't blame you. I don't like certain exercise either. You have to find the exercise that is right for you. In particular, I like to walk. Walking is better than running, because when you get older, then you've ruined your ankles, your feet, your hip bones, your knees. So I like to walk, and I walk miles and miles, basically 5 miles a day. So then that way you are getting your blood moving. It helps you with your blood pressure. It helps you with your weight. And all those things are contributing factors to make yourself healthy. So get out, walk. If you don't want to walk, run. If you'd rather be on a treadmill, if you'd rather be doing CrossFit, if you'd rather be climbing ropes, if you'd rather be riding a stationary bike or a regular bike, just do something to keep yourself moving. You got to get up out of that chair and have some type of exercise, because that also contributes to your immune system and healthy living. You guys, thank you for coming to the Amber Shows, and you have a wonderful 2022. Stay healthy, and my biggest message, wear a mask.